Okay, sorry guys, sorry. I'm running late today. It's been a day. It's been a day. How are y'all doing today? Uh, so, you guys have met like KK, and so I have three best friends that are like really close to me. Like we all just kind of get one another. KK is one of them. Another one is Danny, who hasn't been on this channel a long time because life. And then the other one that I have though is her name's Jilly, and she's a Twitch streamer. And I don't think she'll be on the show or anything. She's very busy with her Twitch stuff. But so me and her don't talk as often as like Danny, me and KK talk. And then she like called me at like 3 or something. I don't even know. I think 2. And like we've literally been on the phone and up until like an hour ago. I was like, fuck, I gotta go. So we're like, we're both trying to get our makeup done and we're chatting. And I'm like, I need to heat up some dinner for my mom. I'm like, okay, I'm going to delay the stream a little bit more. Dry my hair. So just like, fuck, this is taking, yeah. Anyway, we're on the phone for like a long time. I wasn't expecting. So yeah, that started the day. Sorry, I have my green drink, the gross green stuff, but it makes me feel better. All right. Sorry, yes, we gotta say hellos. If I end up with like green shit on my face, let me know, guys. Um, Hello, Dion. We have Luke, Chris from Fear the Living Pod, Ken, Marie, Joe. Hey, Joe Vitale. Hey, Raven. Did I say Ken already? Maybe. Luke. I might be repeating names now. Witchy Poo. James. And Chris. Paranormal Simulations. Oh yeah, guys, go make sure you check out Paranormal Simulations. She is another debunker. JB is here. Hello. And okay, I think we're James, I think. Another James, a different James. So yeah, go check out Paranormal Simulations. So then what else I'm working on, which I'll get to the paperwork soon, is I'm trying to get FOIA and FOIL requests done for the DeFeo. I think we're too early in the stream, unalivings. So I'm trying to get those because I want to do like a revisit to the Amityville case, and I want to kind of go into details a little bit on it because there is like some explanation. Like people are like, oh, he was possessed by a demon. No, he wasn't. So I kind of want to like analyze the case. So I'm talking about do like a collab between like me, Stevie, and Paranormal Simulations. Paranormal Simulations, sorry, she does debunks, but she also like recreates haunted like locations in The Sims. And I thought it might be kind of cool if she like recreated the Amityville house as we walk through like the details of what the DeFeo crime was, so that we can explain to you guys like, because people like to have magical thinking about the crime, but I think if we laid it out and like told people this is what happened, that people would understand a little bit better as well. So yeah, eventually we'll do that. Yeah, and Paranormal Simulation, she does really good research. She does debunks on a lot of the YouTube ghost hunters as well. So yeah, check her out. So I thought what might be kind of cool is like I ran the idea past Stevie, I think last night or something, the night before. I said it might be cool if Stevie did a video on like covering the Amityville horror, because I've already done a video on it. And then Paranormal Simulation, she does a video on her building the house. And then, whatever else she does over top of it, like she can do a narration of the story or whatever. Then I want to do a video where I kind of like walk through the case, like all the CSI, the autopsies, things like that with you guys. Trying to keep it respectable, but trying to explain like, this is just, unfortunate, another crime done by a human being, not a demon. And then I was thinking we'll do like a little voice call or like video call with the three of us. We do like a little segment with all three of us. We could have that on all of our videos, and then like trying to encourage people to like go to each channel to watch the different parts of the video kind of deal, without making our videos like too, like we might repeat some stuff in our videos just because some people won't go to the other channel. So we also have to make a video that like, you know, people will just watch as well. So that will be a big collaboration. I know Stevie gets very busy, so that's going to be like the thing is like, will Stevie have time to make her own video? But we'll talk to her about it. Yeah. All right. Also, I do know there's a bunch of people streaming and doing premieres and a bunch of shit today. I did my best. You know, I've Beardo and a bunch of people are at 30 East Drive right now, and I know a bunch of them are probably streaming it. So I understand if y'all are also watching that stuff too. I get it. Oh yeah, Chris is in Florida. Yeah. A human crime and not a demonic possession? Never. Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. Because I've heard that there is forensic proof or information that does show that I read about it somewhere and I gotta find it, that the mom and the daughter did actually try to run. Like there's like there were signs of it at the scene that they did try to run, and like, you know, he pulled them back. I do think that he had like a partner in it, and their house butted up like right up against a fucking river that went into the ocean. So like you could just get rid of evidence through there. I do think that he had a partner, but I don't think it was like anyone in the family. I think it was just one of his fellow drug addict people. But that's why I thought we would go through it. Members live going on at the moment. Oh, okay, good. Okay. Not at the moment, but we know Justin's doing members live stream. All live stream is finished. Well, I thought that they said they were going to stream overnight, something like that. So I don't know. But like you can tell that he moved the bodies because all of them were laying face down in the bed with their arms above their head. And like the whole family wasn't sleeping like that. Like the bodies were moved, right? So there's proof of stuff that made it pretty clear. Like, I mean, well, like, come on, common sense. Obviously, it wasn't a demon, but I thought maybe we could actually lay out the whole like scene for those people who just can't accept that a person would do this. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of bad people in the world. I don't know why people want to have magical thinking about this. Oh, really, JB? Oh, I didn't know that you were in the Suffolk Police Department. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll probably reach out to you. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I started doing like trying to do the paperwork. One of the websites is blocked, like Canada can't access it. I'm assuming the whole world can't. And that's the paperwork for the DA, because I want all the files that the DA had. Because they would have had like all the autopsy, all the CSI reports, like they would have had everything. So KK, you know, since I'm working with her, we're going to work on the FOIL request from them and then have the FOIA request. I can do the FOIA request from Canada. And that one's to the sheriff department, so of Suffolk County. Maybe the shark was a shapeshifter. God, people come up with the stupidest things. I swear to God. No, sorry, not saying what you're saying is stupid, but like people just like can't, like I understand people are like, oh my God, how could someone do that? Oh, it was a demon. Oh, that makes sense. Like I understand like why people have this magical thinking, but then it's like, well, you know how many other bad people there were before DeFeo, right? Like there's a lot of SKs in the 70s. So they weren't all, you know, possessed by demons. I actually have a theory about that. I don't think it's suitable for my channel because it would kind of come out of left field. But I think there was a lot of SKs in the 60s and 70s, not just because of people doing a lot of, you know, extracurricular, you know, substances then. I don't think it was that. I honestly think it was because our gas used to have lead in it, and lead makes people crazy. And lead only stopped in gas in like 1980s, late 70s or 80s or something like that, early 80s. And those people so essentially those people who were grown 20 plus when they started doing those horrible things in the 60s and 70s, because we didn't have all these SKs before cars. Well, we had some, but we didn't have that many. Like we had so many in the 60s and 70s. And I honestly think it was the lead in the air. I think the lead was actually causing birth defects and problems. But Bailey Sarian has a theory about head injuries, because a lot of them had head injuries. So that it could be a combination. It's very interesting. So do a left field video, keep your viewers on the toes. You know, it's not really about the Beardos. I just read Beardo. It's not really about the viewers. It's the algorithm. The algorithm, YouTube, like if you change up what you post, the algorithm will be like, what the fuck is your channel about? And then it'll freak out and it'll take like a month to recover from the algorithm, you know? So it's like, it's one of those things where like, I got to put a paranormal spin on it for the algorithm. Yeah, I can use a VPN to unlock it, but I still have a Canadian address and I got to put my Canadian address in. And the fact that they're blocking people outside the US probably means they're going to take their sweet ass time doing FOIL requests for anyone who's not a United States citizen. So KK, she's in California and she helps me with stuff. So I'll just get her to help me with it. Fluoridation. I think it was the lead. I do. All right, Chris. Yeah, have a good one. Kind of thing I'd probably do, but I know nothing on it. Yeah, like I don't want to start like a true crime channel because like it's in a weird spot right now. I think true crime is at a precipice where there's too many channels that are going sensationalism with it, and a lot of people are actually finding it quite inappropriate now. And I think it's at its breaking point. So I don't think it's a good idea to do new true crime channels unless you're like trying to be extremely like aware of the stories you're telling, and that, you know, you try to be really cognizant for the victims and the families and stuff, right? So yeah, you're cute. Well, that's the thing. I'm telling you, once you like just concentrate on one topic, your channel will grow like a lot faster. That's how the algorithm works. Because when I first started doing this channel, when I came back to it, I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I did some paranormal, I did some Reddit stories, we did some just hangout stuff, sort of like a ladies podcast thing. It was kind of all over the place. And then I was like, okay, I need a niche down. And then I decided to just concentrate on the paranormal stuff. So yeah, I feel like it re-victimizes people. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like it's in a weird place right now where like people are like really waking up to that, and they're not liking that. And I think people are waking up to it because I notice a lot of true crime channels are going very sensationalized with their stuff. There's people that I used to follow that I just don't watch anymore because all of their stuff, like all their titles and their thumbnails, it looks like glorification. Like they're picking gory stories, the stories that have a bunch of gore in them. And I'm like, that's not necessary, you know? And so there's that. But then on top of that, now there's ghost hunters that are doing this shit too, right? So it's like, man, people are just like, we're on the edge here, guys. Like, we should not be glorifying the gore, you know? I started focusing on one thing and nothing happened for ages. Debunking Kickstarter things. Yeah, I would pick the debunking. The Sims, the problem is video games. Video game channels are so oversaturated on YouTube. There's too many of them. And there's not enough viewers. Like a lot of the viewers are watching video game channels. They want like ADHD, high energy, because it's a lot of young kids that watch the video game channels. So like there isn't many that you can start like a new video game channel or like a newer and break into a market. The people that are older and less ADHD have been around for a long time, so they've developed an audience. But otherwise, it's like you got to be like screaming at the channel and colors and jump cuts and jump cuts and jump cuts every 10 seconds and jump cut to like a bright color, like it's like Coco Melon. Especially if people are still alive, families, etc. Yeah, and that's the thing, like families are alive for a while, you know? Like people are like, oh, well, it's been, 50 years. It's like people live to like Some people live to like 100, man. Like there's family around for a while, like even generations that will remember what happened, right? So it's like it's a toughie. Because like I do agree that we should talk about things so that we learn from our history. Like I do believe in that, and I do like listening to the stories when I've seen them presented as like PSAs for like, this is the dangers of this, or if you're in this situation, this is what I did to escape. I like hearing the stories of the survivors and stuff. So like I do agree with telling the stories, and like I do agree with learning from it. Plus also it does inspire people to like become police officers, criminologists, agents, FBI agents, things like that. Because like I was originally going to go for criminology, right? It's like I believe in telling the stories, but there's a fine line like between telling history and like over sensationalizing the gory part of it, right? The new ad rules are going to kill the ADHD jump cut channels. Yeah, no, they are. People are already I'm trying to put in more black screens, and still it's like, no, there's no ads going to run on this. I'm like, I have so many pauses in my videos. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, like it's one of those things where like I agree with telling the stories, but it's got to be done tastefully, you know? And oh God, people left some comments on my call-in video, and they're like, "Have you listened to his podcast? He puts in sound effects, like very like inappropriate sound effects, where you pretty much hear the crime happening, and he does it through sound effects. And there's just like no reason to do that. There's no need to do that. People will listen to a podcast without sound effects about true crime." And I was like, what the fuck? So then my research team folks, shout out to all them. I told them about it, asked them if they could listen to like a couple and see if it's like really bad and stuff. And like, yeah, I checked it out. There's a lot of sound. It's very inappropriate. I'm like, there's stuff I'm being sent about Colin. People are like emailing me stuff that's like, there's stuff I'm being sent about. People sent me stuff about his family. Like I found, I know shit that like, I don't even know if I would put in a video. But I have enough to do a second video on Colin already. The shit that has come out of the woodwork when someone's called him out on all this now there's suddenly people sending me a bunch of shit. Yeah. I'm getting a lot of stuff about him. There's stuff like that I don't think I'll put in a video unless for some reason I think that particular family member or this other family member is involved in, because I do think that this is all they do all this to over sensationalize it to make money. I don't think they're trying to be they're not trying to be respectful in any way. They're trying to make money. Like they really are. Yeah. Oh yeah, he makes up fake facts. Yeah. Yeah, they just make shit up with their stupid talking apps, which I do think they add some words to that. I love true crime when it's scripted well and told well, with the images that match the story. Yeah, like that's the thing. And people will just listen to it. Like you don't need sound effects. You don't even need to show the gory images. Like look at Bailey Sarian. She, not that I agree with all of her methods, but she barely shows any pictures. Then you have like Better Off Red. I think Better Off Red, personally right now, Better Off Red, I think is the most, she's the best at presenting true crime. She presents the facts. She does talk about her opinion and she makes it clear this is her opinion. You know, she doesn't try to stay neutral. And she pretty much roasts the bad guy the entire time. She makes fun of them the whole time. And, so like she more talks about the victims and then makes fun of, she does a good job. Better Off Red is very good. I like her. I just wish that her episodes were longer because I like longer episodes. So she does like a half an hour instead of an hour. Sometimes she goes an hour, but oh, and Better Off Red, she does episodes on like paranormal stories that happen like during Halloween month and October month. She's done like the Warrens, like she's done some like haunted locations and stuff, so it's kind of fun. James, relative of your mom's last victim, the Yorkshire Ripper. Oh wow, yeah. See, that's yeah. That goes like pretty far back too, right? So anxious about getting something wrong in my current script. Yeah, the thing is, I always get stuff wrong, and you get stuff wrong because you go like tunnel vision. You know, it happens. It happens. It's no different to the majority of paranormal channels. The facts are so easy to research, but no one's willing to do it. Yes, yeah, no one wants to actually research the facts. Yeah, so they make it up to make their story more compelling. Yeah, they make shit up to fit their narrative exactly. Um, I don't think family tragedies like that get forgotten easily. No, they don't. Like that's the thing. Like, I'm not saying like don't talk about it, because even with like paranormal investigations, when we do that, a lot of the people are not. It wasn't that long ago when they passed, right? So it's kind of inappropriate. But like, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying like just do it appropriately. Just try to be respectful. You know. Um, Ever since Calm was on, Paranormal Caught on Camera got worse. He's been seeking fame like since he was a teenager. Yeah, he's been seeking the Hollywood lifestyle. Is there anything paranormal that you believe in? Yeah, I mean, like I believe I'm a believer. I don't think that it's ghosts though. Um, I think that there's I think it's something timeline, like time related. Like time is not linear, right? I do think it's something to do with timeline and images burned into an area where like just horrible shit happened. We're not saying researching facts is easy. It is tedious and depends on what available sources you have. Online searches sometimes of the stories being told that aren't factual. Yeah, but you can actually like for paranormal locations. What was it? Colin came out with a video last week, and I was told about by my research team. We Googled it in 30 seconds. We found newspapers.com had copies of all the newspapers of what really happened there, and we debunked the majority of the crap that he said in his video. It only takes a minute to research this shit. It only takes a minute to research it. Like newspapers.com has scans of all the newspapers. Like just look there, you know? It does not take that long. Um Yes, Never Foggy. That is public information. I just don't know if it's appropriate for me to bring it up in a video because I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. All right. Hey, Glitter Flame. The amount of people he worked with that told police they suspected it was him was unbelievable. Wait, who? Wait, who are you talking about? I missed that. I'll say the Mystery House of Sarah Winchester. That's a fun place. Yeah, not haunted at all. That's been debunked. There's very detailed articles about it online. I actually did a video on it too. Sarah Winchester was actually a really nice lady. She didn't believe in ghost crap though. She didn't do seances. She was just a quirky old lady, and she liked it that way because it made people leave her alone because she didn't really like people. So she just wanted to be left alone. But she used to have cute little tea parties with the local girls, like the ones that weren't rich. And she'd do like cute little tea parties out on the lawn or whatever, invite them onto her property and give them like a fun day and stuff. She was actually a really nice lady. She hated the snooty rich people. That's what she hated. She didn't like the snooty rich people, which I don't blame her, honestly. Sorry, I'm fucking drinking down this green stuff. Yeah, the house is really pretty and stuff. I'd go visit it just to appreciate the architecture too. So, oh, your grandfather worked with the Yorkshire Ripper? Really? Holy crap, that's close. Jeez. It's crazy. Like, I can only imagine, even like the people that were like married to like Ted Bundy's long term. Were they married? I can't remember if they were married, but like for instance, Ted Bundy's wife, they were living together. Let's just call it common law. like his wife or something, or like, I mean, any of them. I think John Gacy had a wife too. Like, imagine being like the family or the kids of those people. Like, oh God. Sorry, I'm trying to drink this. The host gives you the history of the place. No, they make money off of the ghost hunters go in there and pay to ghost hunt. You can't trust those hosts. They're lying. We've been catching them in lies. A lot of those hosts over exaggerate or lie about the locations because they're charging ghost hunters hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a pop to be there that night. So they make shit up. You've gotta fact check the hosts. You can't assume that they're telling you the truth. Ever since COVID, ghost hunting is big business now. People are literally buying homes, not fixing them up, and then making up some like bullshit story about them and then calling them haunted and then getting ghost hunters to pay them hundreds of dollars a night to stay there. Sarah Winchester was a great philanthropist. Yeah, she was. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And she kept like getting people to work too because she was trying to give people a job and stuff. Now the Winchester movies, nothing like reality. Yeah, the house is cool looking, and I mean that was her like lifelong project. So I'm sure she appreciates anyone who likes to go there and just take a look at the house. So yeah. Um. Well, I mean, Glitter Flame, BTK. There was other people too, like Ted Bundy. He controlled himself. He was actually very charming, and he was fine around a lot of people, and he was able to control himself. So, like, you could say that of all SKs, to be honest. There's a lot of people that did control themselves. Granddad was, uh, Granddad was Sid in the 60s and 70s. What? What's Sid? I don't know. Worked in helping bring down the K rays. I don't know what the K rays are. Love your Canadian mug. Yeah, I found out at the dollar store and I was like, this thing's fucking huge. But I was like, I'm buying it because Canada. A, 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 a Dibbit box isn't even real. Like, it's not, it's a cultural appropriation thing. It has nothing to do with, it's all BS. It's all BS. Um, True, in some places like that, the house wasn't built for anyone tall. She was very short. Yeah, she was very short. 38th Drive. I think there might be something up with it because of the 38th Drive. I no, I've seen too many videos of that of things falling from that exact spot on that exact staircase in that exact corner of the stair. There's something wrong with the stair. It's not a ghost. Crime investigative detectives. Oh, okay. Oh, that is so. Is that like a CSI or something, or a homicide detective? Is that what that is? Oh. It's still a business at the end of the day. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Also, the cleaning lady's been caught faking stuff. I understand Beardo wants to argue for it and this and that. And he's like, oh, I feel creeped out here. Well, EMF makes you feel creeped out. And I've heard people feel most creeped out around the furnace. Yeah, that makes sense then. If there's probably some bare wires in the house or something that's not properly shielded. And that will make you feel like you're being watched. It literally will make you feel like you're being watched, as well as certain vibrations that you can't hear but are happening in like equipment and stuff will also make you feel like you're being watched and cause you to hallucinate and see ghosts. It's literally a scientist had it happen to him and he was able to recreate it. I covered that actually in a video, so I don't think the stairs thing's paranormal. No, it's just the stairs. Yeah, I think there's Boeing or something in the stairs as well. I've talked to like other people. No, not carbon monoxide. I do think it's because people have brought carbon monoxide testers there. I do think there's unshielded or improperly shielded wiring in that house because I've actually gone through houses that people said they felt creeped in out in because I used to do like house calls too and help people like figure out if their house was haunted and help them through it, right? And the amount of times that I caught unshielded wiring or incorrectly shielded wiring, because some stuff will look shielded but it's not, but I know electronics because I went to school for that, and that's what it was almost always it was wiring in the house. Like a lot of times it was wiring in the house. Does that mean they're faking content when the equipment goes off? That house is old. Like, so all of the old houses have old wiring, and that will cause all the equipment to go off. Cell phones will cause the equipment to go off. Furnaces will cause the equipment to go off. A thunderstorm will cause the equipment to go off. Rain in the air, that's going to be a thunderstorm in a few hours, will cause your equipment to go off. All those talkie talk apps that give you voices, they're bullshit. Just don't even bother. But everything else, it will, your equipment will go off eventually, especially walking through an old house. And the old houses, the plaster were made with like this metal sheeting stuff that's like, it looks like a Faraday cage. So that will also cause your equipment to like bottom out. And then when you walk to an area that doesn't have that in the wall, because the walls are kind of all over the place now with old places, then your equipment will spike because you suddenly went from a Faraday cage to like, oh, I'm back not in a Faraday cage anymore. So yeah. It's probably not CM in England. I don't know what CM is. Sorry. Wait, is that the crime? Something crime? Yeah, and you can carry in a carbon monoxide. Oh, carbon monoxide. That's it. Carbon monoxide detector. You can carry it into a haunted place, but it's a lot of times it's the wiring. Like it really is the wiring. Yeah. And there's wiring that it'll look like it's not exposed anymore, like because somebody put the plastic stuff on it that you buy and then you like heat it up and it like, secures itself to the wire. But wiring is not just the plastic. They also have like a it's like a cottony kind of like rope kind of material in it on the big wires, and you need to have both for full shielding. And if you don't have both, if you've done a home job of fixing it with just the shrink plastic, it will look like it's normal wiring, but it's not. It wasn't fixed properly because it needed the extra shielding on it. It didn't need just the plastic. So, yeah. Carbon monoxide detectors by law here in the UK. Yeah. I think Beardo mentioned that EMF effect, but you need to ask him because I can't recall exactly. Yeah. I don't think Beardo, see, when I go through a place like that, I actually go through with there's a tester that you can use to test wiring. You have to put it against the wires. So I go into the basements of places. This is what I did when I did residential. I would go into the basements of places and I would actually go and like test their wires and stuff. Like I would go test that shit and I'd take a look at their fuse boxes and I would test their fuse box too. Like there's devices you get to test that stuff that electricians have. And almost always it was that. And then once I told them, hey, you have some electrical faults, it's not a problem right now. It's not going to start a fire or anything, but it's technically not up to code and stuff. You should get it fixed because eventually too, it could be a problem. And then they go and get it fixed. And then after they get it fixed, they're like, oh yeah, we don't feel that feeling anymore. I'm like, yeah, it's the wiring. Yeah. People don't realize how much like wires, like, and electric stuff fucks with our heads. It actually causes psychological issues. So, renters and housing association have to have them. Private houses down to the homeowner. Yeah. But I know ghost hunters have literally brought in CO2 detectors to 30 East Drive. Like it's been confirmed that it's fine. I do think it's the electrical wiring. On top of that, a lot of people have told me, and a lot of people that like live in the area have also commented on my videos and stuff and told me that they can feel their houses shaking when like their neighbor is going up and down the stairs, when like, certain vehicles go by. Like these are old houses, right? And they're like, you can feel the houses shaking too. So yeah. But I just think the feeling of like feeling uneasy, one, people psych themselves out because they think it's haunted. But two, It's the electrical. I do think it's something to do with the electrical because I've heard and I've read a lot of stories of people having experiences near the furnace room. I'm like, okay, that tells me right there's something that is going on with the electrical, because anytime I went to a residential place and proved that it was the electrical causing it, it was always around the furnace. Always. So, yeah. Yeah, you should have CO2 detectors if you're using any sort of heating that's not electric heat, or any sort of stove that's not electric stove, for your own safety. You know, you can die from that because it's invisible. A friend of my niece about 5 years ago just graduated from nursing school. Oh, geez, that's horrible. Yeah, that's horrible. Sorry, Tracy. Trauma can also cause kind of being watched issues. Yeah, that's a different thing, right? I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of ghost hunters who have gone in there, and I think a lot of it is psychological. Um, but they're the ones who are reporting these feelings. And the thing is, I just read a lot of accounts of people saying it's near the furnace room, and any residential place I went to where they were like, I feel like I'm being watched in the basement, or, right here, and they take me to it and it's like right beside the furnace. And I'm like, it's the electrical. It always is. So, Chris, you weren't there. Yeah, I mean, I would like to go there, and I would actually like to run the test that Kenny did, like, pay for like a weekend, put something on the edge of the stair with a camera beside it, and run up and down the stairs and just whatever, and just, show people that there's something wrong with the stairs. But I would like to go in and actually test all the wires. But I don't own that equipment anymore because I left that at my ex's when I left. So I'd have to get new equipment. Are you insulted, Chris? Yeah. Oh, right. And I was going to tell you guys too. So also, why else I was streaming late, it wasn't just because my friend called me. That totally happened, and I wasn't planning it, and that really delayed me too. So I started working on the video for this week, and I was planning to cover. So me and the research team have been helping out on looking at the meta studies. So if you guys aren't familiar, there's a bunch of studies, scientific studies that have been done to try to prove mediumship. Those studies have been going on since the mediumship craze started, like I think 1900s, like, from the early 1900s and on. There's a little bit of a break in the studies for some time when mediums were finally debunked by like a lot of organizations, and mediums kind of disappeared for a bit, but then they came back again. So there have been a lot of studies done. But those studies from the past aren't really too big of a deal, because what happened was, you guys know about the Stargate program, right? You probably have heard about it. That's where the CIA tried to create like psychic soldiers or whatever, and it failed. It's a failure, right? So from there, though, then people were like, well, we want to continue trying to prove mediumship and trying to prove the afterlife, and there are studies trying to prove like psychokinesis and all this crap. So we decided to take a look at these studies, because some people have like left some comments, and I've noticed there's an influx in it since 2025 started, where people are referring to the Stargate project and referring to these studies as proof of things, and they're not, because they aren't. And so I wanted to take a look at the meta studies and show people why they're not like correct. There's problems with the methodology in the studies, right? So that was the plan. Is we were looking at the methodologies, we were looking at the data, and then I was planning to do a video to explain why these studies are bogus, because the methodologies are bogus. And then I was going to write an article for Skeptical Inquirer. However, of course, last night I started writing down everything, and, the ADHD brain kicked in, and I was like, there's really odd numbers on these 3 studies. Why is that? Like, really, like, they were getting like 86% success rate with mediums, whereas all the other studies were getting like 1%. Like, really poor numbers, right? I'm like, why is there such a big difference in numbers? So I started looking into it. I started looking into the scientists themselves. Then I started tracing the money. Then I started looking into the money, who's funding the studies. I have gone down a huge rabbit hole So I need another week to work on this. The video has changed now, and I don't like conspiracy theories, and I don't like the conspiracy theory attitude, but like, guys, there's some weird shit, and I don't think it's conspiracy theory, but it's going to come across that way when I explain it to everyone. But like, let's just say that like since like 2007, one organization has been funding all the successful studies, and that organization is a big pharma company. It's really weird. So there's some really fucky stuff I found last night. So I need to look into it some more. So I'm going to need a week to look into that. It's like really fucking weird. So, hey, analyzer. So yeah, there's a lot, and I need to. It's like I could make a video this weekend, but I would end up presenting it in my ADHD brain way, and it's going to be a mess. I need time to like sit down and work out the details. So there's, at the very least, it's academic dishonesty, but it seems a little fraudulent in my opinion. In my opinion, allegedly, there seems to be some fraudulent activity going on. So, I'll be getting that done for next week. And I don't know if they'll want this article in the Skeptical Inquirer. To be honest, it's going to be a mess. So, yeah. So that's coming. And that's coming. And then, so this weekend now I'm like, well, what am I going to do for a video this weekend? So then I thought, you know what, I might just go through and like pick out some more psychics to kind of, you know how I did like that random video the one week where I just kind of like analyzed some psychic readings and showed you guys stuff. So I think that's what I'll just do for this weekend. I'll just pick out some psychics, and then I'll take a look through them. We'll watch some psychic readings and just break them down or whatever, just to keep it like simple. Cause yeah, I need some time to look into this some more and, just like organize my thoughts really, you know, I got to figure out how I'm going to present it to you guys so it makes sense. Cause like the thing is, like, I'm seeing a pattern and I'm seeing that there's something going on, but I can't tell you what it is because I don't have proof of anything. And I don't think we're going to get proof of anything, because the big pharma is not in North America. They're in a different country and there's different laws there. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah. Julie had surgery yesterday, not doing well. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hopefully it gets better. I hope. And Ken, you were talking about how wires, like by the furnace, they expand and contract a bunch. Yeah, exactly. That's why, like, any open wiring or any wiring at all that you have near a heat source in your house, like, you should be checking it every year, because the plastic and the wires take a beating from the heat alone. So yeah. Matt Fraser this week? Fuck no, I'm not covering Matt Fraser. I tell people, if you want Matt Fraser breakdowns, go to Susan Gerbich's channel, because I'm not fucking talking about that. I can't listen to that guy, man. His voice, like, is so grating. It's too much. Yeah, it's way too much. Yeah. Yeah, I do hope your recovery goes well, Julie. Just call it investigative journalism. It'll sound more dramatic. For which one? For the medium thing? I mean, that's sort of what we're doing, to be honest. Yeah, no Matt. No, I can't deal with the Matt. No Matt Fraser. Cannot deal with that nonsense. Oh, so yeah, that's the plan. And then tomorrow I'll make the demons video that we had on members only. I'll put that to Premier Public tomorrow. I do have to do, I have like a demon video already recorded. I just haven't edited it yet. And I have another one I need to record. So I don't furnish my house wood heating. Yeah, but take a look at wherever your wood is heated, and are there any wiring in the wall or in the ceiling above it? Any of that wiring. It'll expand and contract with the heat near it. So yeah, you just want to keep an eye out. So, is Florio what? feet are to Beardo. Well, I think like Beardo's whole thing with feet is just because he got that creepy shit from what's her name. And then everyone just keeps bugging him about it. And the thing is, people who don't like feet, when you keep bugging them about their feet dislike, they get like more upset about it. Because people who don't like feet don't like, it's like they get like really defensive about feet and about their dislike of feet. I have noticed that about people who don't like feet. They get like angry about it. What's wrong with Matt? Oh, his voice. I think you watched my video though, James. Yeah, his voice is like, it's too much. He sounds like he's screaming at the fucking camera all the time. Like, I know sometimes I do that when I have my earbuds in because I can't hear myself, so I start like raising my voice, but it's like when you say happy birthday, it's a running joke. Yeah, it is a running joke, but I think Beardo, because if he's someone who doesn't like feet, I can see it brewing up in him. It'll come out. He'll like freak. He'll start getting angry about it. Yeah. There's just something about people that don't like feet, man. They get angry about it. Have you seen Kate McKinnon impersonate Teresa Caputo on SNL? Oh, really? I'll have to watch that. God. Yeah, Teresa, I'll cover her. Actually, I have stuff ready to go on her. Like, yeah, I already have stuff ready to go on her. Like, I already looked into her before I covered her. Like, I think I did like one of her readings or something in my last video. And it was like, I even said in the video, I'm like, I already have stuff on her and I am working on a video on her. And then someone commented, they're like, oh, you don't even know anything about these psychics. You said that. I'm like, no, I said I didn't know anything about these other psychics, but I had stuff on her. But my point in saying that is I'm like, you can just debunk every psychic that like mediumship is fake. Like, that's my point. I don't need to know anything about them to know that they're fake. And I can just tell you what they're doing, you know? And his piles too. Oh God. Yeah. Hey, Steph. The best screenshot of Kate as Teresa Caputo. YouTube glitched and captioned the video something about a strange cryptid. Oh, geez. She even has the nails down. Oh, does she? Yeah, because I mean, you got to do the nails, man. It's funny because Sylvia's nails didn't really bug me, but then like I see people like those super long nails like she did, but she had like the crazy nail art. Right. And some people that are really into nail art, I'm like, okay, whatever, you appreciate the art. But I'm like, I don't understand how you wipe yourself. Like, I don't get it. Like with those fucking nails. The thing though that I understand with Sylvia that did gross people out is she would suck on the nails. And I never actually noticed it until somebody pointed it out to me. And now it's like, oh God, yeah, she does it all the time. But the thing, like, I just hate Teresa's nails because they look like weird. You know what it is? I just realized it looks like she has teeth on the end of her nails. It looks like her nails are flat teeth. She's chomp, 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 chomp. That's what it is. They look like teeth. It's creepy. Because she doesn't even have them colored. Like, they're like white. It looks like she stuck teeth on the end of her freaking nails. They look horrible. What could convince me of a medium's legitimacy? Go take Kenny Biddle's CFI challenge, and also go do the Mentalist. I had him on the thing the other day. Even, you know what, just if you can do that, he has the same challenge that Houdini had for mediums. He has a passphrase that he saved with his friend who passed away. And if a medium, I can't remember his name right now, if a medium can figure out that passphrase, then I guess mediums are real. But mediums have yet to do that at all. So they won't take any of these challenges. Hold on, let me grab his name. Interested? Our TikToks. Because I'm an idiot. Dustin Dean. Go do Dustin Dean's challenge for $10,000, or go do the CFI challenge for $500,000. Yeah. Very careful when wiping. Yeah, I don't understand how they wipe. I don't get it. I've got my nails done, but I keep it at a reasonable length, you know? How many times did I see the sucking in the 90s Fails? I don't know what you're saying there, Chris. um, Stevie did Zener cards on her live last week. Someone got everyone correct and apparently actually does readings and does a psychic. All right, then she should go win that money. I had noticed that too with Sylvia. She always had a finger in her mouth. Bannercheck? No, not Bannercheck. He knows Bannercheck though. Dustin Dean's friends with him. Teresa's so desperate to stand out that she decided my personal fashion sense. I honestly feel like she has copied Sylvia Browne's fashion sense. She's got the nails, she's got the bleach blonde hair, but she did the big hair. I mean, Sylvia's was a little big. You know what? All psychic medium, like, there's something to be said about big hair and mediums. I swear, blonde, big hair, medium, grifter. She got every single one correct, and you can even see Stevie was shuffling pretty well. Yeah, tell her to go do the fucking thing. That's not a medium, by the way. If she is getting it right, and if there is any psychic ability, let's say, she could be like reading a mind or something like that. I don't know. But mediums are different from psychics, right? I personally think that psychics, again, it's just predictabilities and people that can see patterns. But mediums, literally, they say they can talk to the dead. And that is specifically what I'm talking about, because there's different types of psychics. There's psychics who say they can read minds. There's psychics who say they have telekinesis when they don't. There's psychics who are just do divinations, like telling the future or whatever, right? Predicting stuff. There's the psychic mediums. And just because you're a medium doesn't mean you're psychic. It just, so you don't have to be a psychic. So, yeah. I honestly don't think they'll ever prove mediumship is legit. No, they won't, because I don't think we hang around as ghosts to talk to fucking some idiot on TV. Like, I really don't think that's the life. Like, I don't think we hang around to talk in somebody's ear. Like, I don't think that is a thing that happens. So any hauntings that are out there, I honestly think are residual, or they're like a timeline, a fold in the timeline. I got so many Zener cards wrong. I think I might be anti-psychic. The higher the hair, the closer to God. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The hair traps voices. Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna steal that one. I can talk to the dead too, but I keep getting thrown out of family viewings. Oh my God, Chris. Uri Geller's not real. He's been proven fake. You know how James proved him fake, right? They told the set not to allow him to bring his own spoons. They said, don't allow him to use his own spoons. And they didn't. And his spoons would not bend. Uri Geller's fake. He's not real. And also Gary Schwartz, who's involved in his mediumship studies, he's one of the fucking people that's like, oh yeah, John Edward is real. Uri Geller is real. He like named all these people as real when they're not. And then he's the one who trained this person who brought in the big pharma money. So yeah, Yuri's a complete fraud. Yeah. I love the James Randi. I love James Randi on Uri. Yeah. He's being sarcastic. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, like, he's not real. Like, it's all mentalist, right? Anyone who's on fucking TV is not real. And it's the same for televangelist fucking preachers and shit too. They're the same crap as a medium. They're just preaching God shit. That's one of the psychics that I want to go over in I want to take a look just for fun on this weekend's video. I saw that Susan posted on Facebook. She was like, oh, there's this psychic healer, magic healer. She keeps complaining to Wikipedia because people keep updating the Wikipedia and correcting all of her fake lies that can't be proven. And they keep putting in all her controversies, right? The problems with her, right? And why she's fake. And so she keeps complaining to Wikipedia. So Susan posted this. She's like, oh, look, she's had it. She's at it again. She's complaining again. And I was like, oh, who's this psychic? So I look it up. Oh my God, this lady, she's like a psychic, a medium, and a televangelist preacher all wrapped into one. She's from New Zealand. So we're going to look at her this weekend. Yeah, Holy Kool-Aid has some really good psychic debunking. He's also got televangelist preachers as well. I'm like, hey, Jesus Christ. Actually, your name would be Jesus. And I think your skin might be a little too white there, buddy. Psychic healing is disgusting. Yeah, it's so gross. It's so scummy. To quote Danny from With Nail and I, hair are your aerials. They pick up. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was reading that wrong stuff. My mind went somewhere else. They pick up signals from the cosmos and transmit them directly into the brain. This is the reason bald-headed men are uptight. That's funny. Oh yeah, Christian zombie. That's right. People do call Jesus Christ the Christian zombie. Yes. It's weird how we get less magicians in the popular culture now, considering they do the same tricks as psychic mediums, healers. We have a bunch of mentalists and magicians. I go watch like magic shows and shit. They just like aren't on TV as much. Like I was saying, if I went to Vegas, I honestly, I don't gamble. I don't find it enjoyable. But man, I would be signed up for like every magic and every comedy show. I'd be at all of them. My pronouns are he and God. I mean, technically you're the son of God, so not really God. No, you misunderstand. A psychic healer. They wag their tails in the direction of ghosts. Oh, magic is fun. So this lady though, like, oh my God, you guys, I think we'll take a look at some of her stuff and just the stupid shit that I saw her doing. And she's like healing people with, I think the Wikipedia article says, she waves her hands around people and then says they're cured. I'm like, that's fucking funny. What are your thoughts on the tarot? I think it's fun to play with. Just don't take it too seriously, That's what I tell everyone. Like, I think it's fun to play with. I use tarot all the time, but again, I don't take it seriously. Tarot did start off as a playing game, like a card game, like, how our cards that we use at the casino, it was that. It was just a card game. It wasn't a divining game. It was like a literal, like, rummy or go fish, like, so that's actually what tarot cards were designed for. It was a Renaissance playing card game. Then eventually it got turned into like a divining thing. Really, Aleister Crowley made it the most popular for divining. And it's honestly just a bunch of Barnum statements, so it kind of works for everyone. Sorry. A mentalist called me on stage Las Vegas. See, I don't think I would go on stage. I'd be a little bit too freaked out. I'd love a psychic healer. Oh, like the dog, yeah. See, I thought about maybe even doing, we could do that if we do a Sunday stream or something. Like, we could pull out the tarot cards and I could just do a reading for you guys and it'll come across accurate, I did it like on one of my lives a couple weeks ago, so. Like Ouija, Steph Rosa, you too. Tarot's good for divination, not much else. Yeah, it's not. The thing is, it's Barnum statement. So like anything you divine from it and anything that comes true from tarot, you're just pulling, like if you're reading your own tarot or someone else's, like again, it's like a lot of pattern recognition and things like that. Like when I do tarot readings for people, the shit, it is accurate and it comes true, but it's like tarot's technically like a Barnum statement, so it kind of works for anyone if they want to believe, so the manipulation was super clear as person up there. I just wouldn't want to go up on the stage because I'd be scared of what they're gonna I'd be scared of what joke they're gonna play, Hey Amber, Take what's useful and leave what's not, kind of. Yeah, just don't take it seriously. Oh, hey, there's Boo Productions, Jeff. Hello, Jeff. I got a glow in the dark Ouija board, never works. Yeah, there's a whole thing about Ouija. It's the people that make it work. They're like, let the spirit work through me, and they move it. It's a whole thing. There's a Selena Spooky Boo video that I might show you guys a clip from that explains exactly how they train people to use the Ouija board when you grow up in this industry like I did. So, yeah. Hello Kitty Ouija board kind of rocks, to be fair. I think they're pretty. Like, I mean, I like Ouija board decorations and things like that. But again, too, like, also, you know, because I am pagan, right? And I do have belief in like my religion. So even though I'm skeptical and all that, I still do have belief, right? And I have beliefs. And one of my things is like, if you ask something unknown to come talk to you and you don't know their intentions, and deep down subconsciously, I don't know if they're good or bad, I don't feel comfortable opening up a door if something is out there that I don't think are human things. But it's, you know, subconsciously, if I believe it, even though I tell myself, oh, it's not true, but if I believe it a little bit, then, you know, I could just, so I just like I don't do the stuff. I'll do decorations, but I don't use the stuff. So, Selena, she 100% believes in her abilities. She really does. Yeah, that was decor. Yeah, I don't touch the board because, like, again, I have a belief system, and it's just like the way I am. It's just like how, you know, I'm pagan, and I practice like different ceremonies and things that I do. You know, to practice the different holidays and things like that, right? And once in a while, I'll do like, you know, spell work or something. So where was I going with this? Oh, right. I don't use any deity names in any of the stuff that I do, even though like a lot of people say, oh, pick a pantheon, you know, call on gods and goddesses. I don't call on anyone from history because I don't agree with anyone who has called upon those names and used those energies. I don't want other people's energies attached to me, like they're bad juju, you know? So again, that's why I'm like, I won't do Ouija board with people, things like that. It's just like, I just don't like the bad jujus of other people around, like on me. So yeah. Yeah, a lot of the tarot illustrations are really pretty. Yeah, yeah. Sleep Spookaboo, the TikToker who does sleepwalking vids. Yeah, yeah, that's her. Yeah. Like she's nice, and like her best friend Chris is nice. Like don't get me wrong, like I do think they're nice people, but I think that she thinks that she's real. Like she is a believer. She believes that she is real because I recognize her terminology and the way she says things, and that's things that I was told growing up from people who honest to God believe that they were real too. So like I just recognize it. I recognize the wordings, like the stuff she says and the stuff she says to Chris. I really highly recognize it. That's why I'm like, I would go through some of her videos with you guys maybe and point this stuff out. As I usually can clock a believer versus a full on grifter. I can usually clock them based on the terminology that they're using and the way they talk about things because I recognize the difference between real believers and non-believers, like grifters. They use different words sometimes, and those words are what give them away, and I recognize that. So, is paganism mixed in with witchcraft? Yeah, I mean pagans are witchcraft. Like anything before the one god religion showed up is technically pagan, right? So that includes like anything like Canaanite stuff, anything ancient Egyptian, things like that. But I would say like for me, I'm pagan. I more practice like a Celtic kind of background. I try to go as old world as possible, but I do like the more Celtic region. However, I do also very much enjoy Italian witchcraft, so I do incorporate that as well. So I do a combination of old like Strega and some old Celtic and general cunning woman, medicine woman things from Ireland, England time. So there's a little bit of Norse in there. Yeah, I got Norse stuff too. Yeah, yeah. How much the original European witch lore was destroyed during the 1600s and beyond? Um, there's stuff. I don't know. It was passed down, man. Like there's a lot of people that still continued. Like there's still people that do practice celebrations and stuff in Ireland that are technically pagan, like from the old Celt time. So stuff did stick around. My mom's worker just showed up, so I apologize for any noise. Witchcraft comes from Wicca and paganism, if I'm right. This changed to witchcraft. Yeah, like the word witchcraft, like all that terminology showed up when the witch trials it kind of started with that bullshit. Before that, they were known as like cunning folk from Europeans. They were the cunning folk, the medicine women, the midwives, and then they got vilified into witches, right? So, yeah. I do find ADHD is great for checking body language and vibes. Yeah, and that's what a lot of it is that I do. So, yeah. Destroyed, not so much. Just repressed. Yeah, more repressed. I would say what was destroyed was ancient Greek, a lot of their stuff, and a lot of ancient Egypt stuff was literally destroyed. There's a lot of destruction that happened there. Although I was reading some stories that there was, and I kind of covered it in my debunking thing, there was this thing in China where this group took over and they went through and burned all the books and they lost a bunch of knowledge from this like crazy ruler that took over. Spooky Boo may be fake, but I'm happy for her to finally become a mom. Yeah, yeah, like it's good she's become a mom. She's happy, you know. She's doing her thing. She doesn't like, I mean, she's not taking advantage of people when they're grieving. It's like there's a lot of like mediums. There's a lot I can tell are fake, but there's ones I can tell are believers, and they just go on ghost hunts and stuff. So like, I don't know. Selena did hurt some people though, because that stuff she made up about Farrar School, which Seg debunked, and that technically hurts the people that used to work there. So like, I don't know. She does hurt people. Yeah. Cunning woman. Yeah, they used to call witches cunning folk before the witch trials started. So, are you familiar with Dr. Angela Puka? I don't know. Name sounds familiar. Let me see. Angela. Is that Puca? Whoops. For fuck's sakes, I keep hitting the X. Religious studies scholar. Okay. I'll have to take a look into her. She works in the Department of Religious Studies at a university. That sounds good. I like talking about religion. I like learning about religious stuff, so looks interesting. I'll have to take a look at that. Yeah. That looks interesting. Yeah, a Strigoi is a vampire. Yeah. Yeah, Strigoi is Romanian. That's a vampire. Strega is Italian, and that's a witch. Selena's cute. Yeah, I'm happy for her to finally be parents. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Joe saying, I'm not into pagan. Oh, you mean the other thing? Wait, what? I missed the joke. Yeah, I didn't like the for our school thing either. Yeah, there were some fucked up things she said. If you're gonna go that extreme, just don't put it on YouTube unless you fact check it, you know? I grew up in the Pendle Hill area in a small village. They're basically worshipped there, so glad they're looking into pardoning them if they haven't managed to do that already. Oh, yeah, the Pendle Hill witch trials thing, that's a fucked up story. That is a fucked up story. Spooky Boo is always investigating her own house. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to find something, then you'll make something fit. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, yeah. People don't always realize the damage they can cause. Yeah, they don't realize the damage they're doing getting involved in that stuff, right? It's like Chris is now doing true crime, and I don't really agree with the way she presents a lot of it. You got to be careful when you get into this shit, man, because it can be really offensive, you know? Pendle Hill. Yeah, read the story of the Pendle Hill witches. They had like the one daughter, they ended up getting her to accuse her whole family. She was like 4 and she like pretty much sentenced her family to death. It's a fucked up story. It's a really fucked up story. That's like, I would say the story Pendle Hill, like the Pendle Hill witch story, is very akin to the Salem witch trials. Yeah. I believe it's the Pendle Hill witches that was this trial, because I know I read up on it. Pendle Hill witches, the trial of the Pendle Hill witches. Yeah, it's the little girl. Yeah, honestly, it was very similar to the Salem witch trial story. Like a bunch of panic really quickly in a small town, and just got real out of control really fast. So this one was like pure witch panic, just like Salem. Whereas like a lot of the other witch trials, a lot of them were really just about people trying to hurt like women and trying to take land from women and trying to put women in their place and all this crap. Eventually I'll do like a video. So people said that they wanted me to do a video on like the history of this stuff. It's very fascinating, the history of healthcare for women. And that one has like a big witch aspect as well. So about 2 hours drive for me, but the UK is tiny. Yeah, I know, it's funny because in Canada, like we have to drive far for a lot of things. And I talk to people that are in like these small countries or in like a small state or something, and they're like, "Oh, I've never gone to see this because it's like an hour away." I'm like, everyone here drives like hours a day to get to work. Like here is like we are just always driving places. It's super annoying. Yeah, Pendle Hill. It's in the UK. Yeah. I don't know. Is it in? How does this work? Is Wales part of the UK, or does it have its own independence? Oh my god, I can't even speak. I think Wales is part of the UK, right? Or are they their own? This is Great Britain. I don't. I don't fully understand. Great Britain versus United Kingdom versus, because like I know Wales wanted to be independent, right? But are they independent? I'm not sure. Someone will have to tell me. Um. So hold on. Yeah, Pendleton Hill is where it's Lancaster, York. So that's in England, right? Wales is UK. Okay. I'm probably saying this wrong. Is it Lancashire? I'm saying it wrong, aren't I? Lancashire. I don't know. What's the difference? Is there just Britain or is it Great Britain? I end up just saying the UK a lot because I'm like, I don't want to get it wrong. Because I know there's some places that are like, no, we're not part of that. I'm just like, okay. Okay, there's no difference between Britain and Great Britain. The former is just a shorter way of referring to the latter. Oh, okay, all right. So, Britain, is Wales part of Britain? Or is Wales its own thing? The only part that isn't in the UK is the Republic of Ireland. Northern Ireland is in the UK. Yeah, and my ancestor, like my DNA and everything, is the Northern Ireland and England. So technically, it's like I'm Irish and English, but it's like 60%. They don't differentiate between the two. They just combined it as 60%. But I know like our family has a castle in Northern Ireland, but we were sent there. We We came from like Viking people, and then we like went to England, and we were nobility, and then we got sent over to this Ireland town to save it. And there's a whole history there. So we definitely bred with we stayed in Ireland. A lot of us stayed and lived in Ireland. So Lancashire. They say it right, Lancashire. 50 minutes away from Pendle Hill. Yeah, that's not far here. Like if I wanted to go to Toronto, if there's no traffic, an hour. If there's traffic, 3 or 4 hours just to get there. Then 3 or 4 hours back, and there's always traffic. There's no traffic when it's the middle of the night. That's it. Lancashire, according to a Beatles song. Okay. Great Britain is everything on the Big Island, so no Northern Ireland in the Great Britain. All right. Okay. James, how do you say it up north? My mouth is too dry. British then. All right, Jeff. Yeah, have a good one. Yeah. Yeah, also make sure you guys are following Boo Paranormal as well. I'm going to be working on a video where I want to go over sort of like the dangers with residential hauntings and people posting them to YouTube, and just sort of like how it's very exploitative. And I'm going to do like a segment talking to Jeff. Also, make sure that you follow Jeff on Boo, because he used to work for the Warrens Foundation, and he's doing a tell-all video like next week. Yeah. Worcestershire. That's how we say it here. I don't know if that's right though. You have is Florio. What did you say, James? Yeah. Lancashire. Did I say it right? Lancashire? 10,000 holes in Blackburn, Lancashire. Lancashire? Hopefully that's right. But yeah, do go make sure that you're following Boo. I'm really looking forward to the Warrens thing. It'll probably be the first time anyone has ever like given any sort of like, no one really talks about the grandson because no one really knows anything about him, but Jeff knows about him. He worked with him, so it's gonna be a good one. I don't have to worry about that anymore. I live in the country now. The hotel I work at is 15 minutes away from me. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, it's nice when you're that close to work. Sheer, yes, perfect. You got it pretty much. Lancashire? Wait, Lancashire. Wait, did you say Lancashire? Is Sheer Lancashire? How you guys say it? That's weird. Pendleton. Where do I get YouTube? Or no, Google. Tell me the Lancashire. I thought you said stuff like Shire. Isn't that Shire? Lancashire. Lancashire? Lancashire? That's what Google says. Lancashire? Okay, you guys say sheer? Is everything that looks like Shire, is that pronounced sheer to you guys? Because we all pronounce it as Shire. I think that might be because of Lord of the Rings. The Shire. I think that maybe has started it. It is Shire, but we pronounce it sheer. Do you pronounce everything with sheer? Shire is where a bunch of short, hairy-footed guys live. That's the thing, though. I think that we all pronounce things that look like that now as Shire because of Lord of the Rings. It's correct what Google said? Okay, all right. Yeah, we all say Shire over here because of the Lord of the Rings. So you guys say it's sheer. Okay. Depends what part of the UK you're from. Oh, okay. See, my favorite accent is I love Wales the most. I love Welsh accent the best. But I do understand like all the British like accent when people talk like I understand like a Cockney accent and things like that too. So I know like a lot of people like I knew my whole life can't understand a lot of British people. But I used to watch a lot of British TV when I was young. I used to watch Doctor Who since I was like, God, I think 3 or 4. I would watch Doctor Who all the time. Like the old Doctor Who. Cheshire is pronounced Shire instead of Sheer, though. Okay. Yeah, Cheshire is like the Cheshire Cat, like from Alice in Wonderland. The Gordy accent is pretty mad. Oh, I have to hear what that one sounds like. I'm from Cheshire. We pronounce it Sheer. Oh, you do? Cheshire? Really? Oh. See, we say Cheshire. So it's supposed to be Sheer? How did Alice in Wonderland say it? Wait, was the Alice in Wonderland author English, like UK, or was he like North America? This is going to send me down a path. Alice in Wonderland author Lewis Carroll. Where's he from? It says English. Does that mean UK English? Or yeah, England. Oh, okay. Did he call it a Cheshire Cat or did he call it a Cheshire? I'm in Warrington. It's not sheer unless you are younger. Oh, okay. So do you think he called it a Cheshire Cat? The Alice in Wonderland writer? What's his name again? Lewis Carroll? Is it Cheshire Cat? Accents do change a lot. It does actually, yeah. Like there's a lot of different accents all across like different parts of the UK and stuff. I feel like it's like I've noticed like a lot of people in Hollywood, they either try to sound like proper Royal English or something, or a lot of them end up sounding very Welsh to me. Tomato, all the same. Okay, it's all the same. Okay, I have to look into the Warren stuff. I have no idea who they are. The Warrens, like Ed and Lorraine Warren. Yeah, we have the Mad Hatter's Tea Party statue. Really? Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. I like that. Do all countries have accents? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, technically we have Canadian accent, but it differs depending what province you're in, right? Like I'm Southern Ontario, so we sound more American. I would say Southern Ontario, Alberta, BC, we all sound more like American. Alberta, some of the people there can sound a little bit Southern, but I think they put it on and just haven't taken it off. They really want to be like Texas, some of the people that live there. Manitoba and Saskatchewan and a lot of Northern Ontario is a lot of French, but there are some different accents up there. But Manitoba and Saskatchewan have that Fargo accent that, wherever the hell Fargo is, they have that like, I don't even know how the fuck they talk. It's like, oh, don't you know? Like that kind of accent or whatever. And that's the one that they accuse all Canadians of talking like, which we don't. And then Quebec, they're French, so they got the Canadian French, different. And then we have Newfoundland. Newfoundland sounds like Cockney British meets like thick ass Scottish meets like something that you can't quite put your finger on. And that's Newfoundland. Nova Scotia, they're pretty close to American. They are very pretty Americanized too. So, I'm Canadian too, but I speak French all day. So when I'm at work, I speak to clients. They think I come from New Brunswick with my accent. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. The English or the French accent, especially, is like really easy to figure out. Like, oh yeah, you're from actual France, or like people that are, mainly French speakers primarily, or grew up French. They can clock an accent so quickly. Yeah. I have a friend who lives in Saskatchewan. She always jokingly calls it Saskatchewan. Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota. That Minnesota accent. That's Manitoba and like a good chunk of Saskatchewan. But definitely Manitoba is the Minnesota. It's that shared accent, man. They have it right across the border. It's like a region. Is it like the dairy farmers or something? I don't know. But Manitoba is like the murder province of Canada. It's really bad there. They accuse us of saying A all the time. To be honest, I say A all the time. I don't really like have a problem with that because the majority of people I know, like, yeah, we say A all the time. And we say like sorry and things like that a lot. Like I'm fine with those tropes and the trope that we're into hockey, the majority of us are the trope that we like bacon and beer and maple syrup. Yeah. But is that bad? No. Hey, little Miss Mayhem. So it's like the Scouse accent? Try to understand that. Oh, the Newfoundland accent? Maybe. It's very difficult to understand. I had one friend that his Newfoundland accent was just so thick, we literally could not communicate. But we hung out every day, and I'm like, we just didn't talk, which is body language. It was so difficult. No one could understand him. His accent was so thick. Little English kids often talk to each other in American accents. It's really funny. Yeah. Whenever there's like English, and especially like Scottish and Irish, when they try to do American accents, I notice that they slow down their speaking really, really like slow. And it's like sounds so weird because they slow down so much. Love Doctor Who and 1960 Vincent Price ghost stories. Oh, I used to watch Dark Shadows all the time too. That was another good one. Yeah, Vincent Price is great. Um, Mum's Northern and Dad's from the East End, London. I love the Scouse accent. Scouse, say it right. I have family from there, but my partner doesn't understand a word. I wonder if that's like the Newfoundland accent then. Yeah, we always have to say sorry, love bacon. I don't I like maple syrup, but like a little bit. Like it's if I have it, it's like it's a tiny dribble. I like sometimes like the only thing I really like from McDonald's is those like what do you call them? They're those things that have maple syrup like baked into them. They're like pancakes, but they have maple syrup baked in them. I like that. And I like maple syrup icing that I've made before, and it's really good. But otherwise, I really don't like maple syrup that much. I find it very overpowering, but it is fun in the winter to go do like the fresh maple stuff from the trees, and you put like the maple syrup too in the after you heat it up, put it in like the snow, and you make the maple syrup candy and stuff. That's fun. It's fun to do. Scouse. Okay. Miss people talking like Cary Grant and Katherine Hepburn. Yeah, people kind of drop the because even like they would talk American English, but they were like very regal and people talked like more, I don't know. People were nicer back then too. I was watching a thing like it popped up. I don't know, it was one of the social media fucking things. But it popped up and it was like, did you know that from the Titanic, the upper and middle class, the percentage of men that survived that was only like 5 or 10% because back then even though there was like a disparity in wealth, they gave their spots to like the lower class women and children. And the post was like, we don't do that stuff anymore. Like, the rich just don't care anymore and they just will trample even children if they have to. I'm like, it's sad because it's true. We had a little bit more class back then. It's funny because people are like, "Oh, we need to go back to the 50s." You don't want to go back to the 50s. You don't have the class to go back to the 50s. You got 10 on me. I'm from the town. Everyone stops off at the train station when changing trains. Yeah, I mean, the city I'm in, they call it a bedroom city because everyone comes here to like live and sleep, pretty much sleep. And then everyone drives into Toronto to work. And like the commute to Toronto is so bad. Like you're on the road for probably 6 to 8 hours a day. And then you work 8 hours and then you come home and you sleep. So, but people move here because it's safer here for raising your kids, it's nicer. You get a bigger home, a bigger property, like things are cheaper. I've heard though it's the prices are pretty similar now, but you still get bigger here because there's more land here in the city. But we're now squished. We're quite squished. But I grew up around here a long time. My family is one of the founding families of this city, so um, that's Fair Marie. I have a mixture of Lancashire. I'm gonna screw that up in the future, and North Yorkshire. Wait, Sheer? North Yorkshire. Do you say Sheer or Shire for Yorkshire? We always say Yorkshire here. In French, it's called Le Tire. So basically, the pole. Wait, what's it called? What is Le Tire? What? Yeah, it was women and children first, despite the class and wealth. Exactly, and we don't do that now. And all these like rich guys, like, oh, we need to go back to the 50s. You guys don't have the class for that, man. You wouldn't give up your seat for a woman and child. Moved around so much that I have a neutral Southern accent with a slight Northern twang. Interesting. I don't know if I'd be able to like. I don't know if I'd be able to tell the difference to slight like areas, but I can definitely tell like Welsh versus like England. Like there's different. Oh, there's different stuff in England though. So, and then I can't. I can't fully tell the difference between Ireland and Scotland other than I understand Irish people. And when Scottish people talk, I can't understand them. But there's some Scots that have a very like less of an accent, and sometimes I will mistakenly think that they're Irish, because I can understand them. That's how I differentiate between Scots and Irish is how much I can understand them. So both Sheer and Shire. Okay, I'm gonna keep saying Yorkshire because that's how we pronounce Yorkshire pudding and stuff here. Like it's Shire. So my aunt and uncle lived in Brampton. Brampton, Ontario, or is there a Brampton in UK? Because there's a Brampton here. It's honestly up to you how you say it. Only idiots complain about it. Yeah, I know. Some people complain in my comments are like, you pronounced that wrong. It's like, who cares, man? Like, to be honest, like my name is very weird and everyone has pronounced my name incorrectly my whole life. I don't care. It's not something that you need to die on a hill about. It's not a big deal. Shit happens, man, you know? My town has about 3 accents. Oh, wow. That's a lot. I'm so bad with accents. I start picking them up in minutes and parroting them back. I'm really bad at doing accents, so I can't do that, but I will do that around a Southern person. I'll pick up Southern like in an instant. I will start talking it. Not on purpose. I just start doing it. It's Southern for whatever reason I can slip in like very easily. But any other accent, like if I try to do English, I wish I could do an English accent. Whenever I try to do English, it goes Southern, so I've just given up. No, tire. Pronounce the I's pronounced like E. Tier? Tier? You have to roll the R. I can't roll my R's. Yeah, no, I can't. I literally cannot roll my R's. I've never been able to. I moved around, but done full circle in Liverpool in the 70s. Moved to Cheshire in 78. Moved around the country in 98. Back in 17. Nice. Even in the UK, we say it differently. I will say sheer, but my friends down south will say Shire. Okay. Yeah, we do a lot of Shire here. Like even yeah, it's a lot because the Cheshire the cat, and that was when I was young. That was before Lord of the Rings. And Lord of the Rings, and we have the Shire and Yorkshire pudding. I mean, it's been Yorkshire pudding. It's been around this whole time. So I pronounce it Yorkshire pudding. The name you use is French for flower without the EO at the end. Yes, that is right, Chris. Yes. I know. I'm aware. Yep. People really struggle with it. We went to Georgia for a week 20 years ago, and I've never fully lost the drawl. Yeah, when I do a southern accent, it's a drawl. It's got the drawl on it. I do like the long drawn out kind of accent. My name isn't necessarily complicated, but somehow throws people for a loop. It's all good. I have a rolling joke with some friends to just use my first initial when we karaoke. Yeah, I always give like when people are like, oh, let me write your name on a cup. I'm like, for fuck's sakes. I'm like, so it's like I would give like my middle name, or the other thing I always do is give my mom's name. But now for whatever reason, the her name is like not. I don't know. It's like I guess it's not being used or something, and people like struggle with her name now. I'm like, it's not a rare name. Like I don't understand. People like don't know understand her name. It's literally in Robin Hood, and people cannot understand her name. They don't get it now. So Now I'm like, I give out my middle name now. I'm like, fuck, I don't fucking know. Some names are getting forgotten. I honestly don't have a problem pronouncing your name at all. Yeah, if someone's French, usually they're pretty good. I've noticed for the most part, if someone's like from like India, if they're too northern Indian, like close to Pakistan, then they like have no idea. But I've found people from like southern India, especially some central and southern, they're pretty good. They know it and they know like it's um what it means because they have the same word there or something is what some friends told me. So but yeah, that's about it. Everyone else is just like, but yeah, it's. I think a lot of names are getting forgotten because I don't know. People have no idea my mom's name. Apparently, it's impossible and it's a forgotten name forever, even though it's in fucking Robin Hood. But I guess no one reads Robin Hood anymore. I don't know when the last time there's been a Robin Hood movie or anything, so maybe people have forgotten that already. We're in the TikTok age. People don't got the patience for reading anymore. Honestly, I think TikTok is a scourge. I think it's made us all dumber. I think we're in a bad spot now. Um, yeah, I just tell people I'm like, think like McFlurry and put an O on the end of it. I think it's pretty easy. So also, if you guys have any psychics that you want to send me, let me know, and I'll like add them to the sort of analysis video for this weekend. And also, if y'all have if any of you know anyone who lives in Portugal, I need to ask them some questions. Like people that like know Portugal and like the culture and like they understand what's going on there. I'm curious about something there because I don't fully understand the culture and the way it is with certain things. So if any of you know anyone who lives in Portugal or grew up in Portugal or whatever, let me know. A lot of older names are coming back here in the UK. That does happen. I've noticed that like my grandma and her friends' names are coming back right now. Um, yeah, McFlurrio. Yeah, McFlurrio. Yeah. I have a friend right on the border. Might be able to ask. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. Like I'm looking for someone in Portugal because I'm trying to figure out. I try to understand a little bit about a legality thing, but I'm also trying to like understand some stuff about big pharma corporations in Portugal. Morning, all been lurking, having breakfast, grown up in Australia, had Scottish parents. If Aussies called mum Irish, she would get so mad. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, well, and I have some Australian friends and they get upset if you call them New Zealand. So I do it on purpose because it makes them so angry. That's always fun to do. But yeah, I have noticed like there'll be people Irish or Scottish. And if you incorrectly say they're Irish or Scottish, like if you get the wrong one, they get like really upset. So sometimes I do get it wrong because I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, but I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm sorry. I could understand you. So I thought you were Irish because that seems even ruder. But it's really just like my brain can't process the Scottish accent. But some of them I can. It depends on like how slow they're talking and how thick their accent is. But a lot of them, the accent, it doesn't have to be very thick for me to start losing track of what they're saying, right? Parental Sim, DM me or something. Yeah, okay, I'll try to remember. DM you there. Great live though. Thanks for the company. Yeah, of course. Because like, is Mythos Scottish, right? Is Mythos Scottish or is it Grey? Wait, I might be getting them mixed up. I get them mixed up a lot. I feel like Mythos is Scottish, right? But he talks slow, so I understand him better. But there'll be like sometimes he'll say like sometimes he'll say something a little too quickly and like I lose it. I don't know what it is. I lose it with the Scottish accent. Mythos is English, is it? Or is it Grey that's Scott? I thought one of them was like Scottish or something. South Shields. Mr. Grey is Welsh. Oh, okay. I thought it was Mythos was like Scottish or something. I think it is Mythos that I'm thinking of. He has like a different accent. He has like a different sounding accent. But he talks slower, and I thought, oh well, maybe that's why I can understand him a little bit better. So yeah, the Welsh, I understand Welsh the best. Like, yeah, um, I've always been able to understand Welsh the best. Um, I don't know why. Yeah, Beardo's Welsh. Yeah, yeah. No, Beardo's Welsh. She's not Scottish or Irish. No. I thought Mythos was Scottish for some reason. But yeah, I have trouble understanding the Scottish accent, and it's funny because like I can understand a lot of people with accents perfectly fine. Just like there's like a lot of people struggle here with understanding people from like Asia that come over, like China, Japan, Vietnam, and stuff that come over. But I understand them perfectly because they learn with phonetic English. And so they do try to like phonetically do the words. And I can understand it when someone speaks phonetically. But if they're like talking too fast, I lose it sometimes depending on who, like, they don't do that. But like French people, they talk too fast sometimes. French people talk fast. I don't know about in France, but here in Canada, they talk so fast. They're like Gilmore Girls fucking fast. And it's like I can understand French if it's speaking slowly, like pretty slowly. Um, but when French people talk with the English and they have their French accent and they start going really fast, and I'm like, hold on, wait, because I start losing them in the French accent. So uh, Mythos is English. Ah, that's why I thought I heard a different like accent on him. Northern East English. Okay. I can talk very fast. Yeah, I can talk like super fast too, but and that's one of those things like if you talk too fast, some people like lose track. But then if you talk too slow, then some people complain. On YouTube anyway, people complain. But yeah, if there's like accents, if someone's talking really fast. When I first started YouTube, I nearly wrapped a whole court case. Yeah, there's like my friend Jilly that I was talking to today before all this started. She talks super fast and she plays like a character that's Irish, and she can rap, and she's so fast. She's way faster than me. She can like do like Eminem raps and even faster, and she can do it in her Irish accent as well. So yeah, French Canadians talk at the speed of light. Yeah, they are the fastest talkers in the world. I'm pretty sure they're the fastest talkers in the world. Yeah, French Canadians are so fast at talking. I don't know how they can process each other. It's just a jumble. It's like one tone the entire time because it's like you lose track. So I've been with friends because of my accent. It sounds like I'm talking fast, but I'm skipping syllables and words to dull it down and slow it when talking to others. My family though is fast. Yeah, they talk like I don't know. They talk super fast, man. I think that they do like a bit of shorthand talking in French Canadians, though. I do think they do a bit of shorthand, like slangs and talks and stuff. Cause yeah, but there's different slang everywhere. So, but Canadians like we are the closest to like matching more European when it comes to a lot of pronunciations, and even we spell like words with U's and stuff that Americans don't use. So. And then we have the dry humor that you guys have. And our milk products are very good. Americans are disgusting. It's like Donald Trump wants us to buy more milk. I'm like, I don't want your American milk. Our milk products are way better. Like our chocolate is better. Our milk is better. Our cheese is better. I don't like American milk products. They're disgusting. It's like our stuff is really good, and then if you like import some stuff from like Switzerland and stuff, that's even better. Like, yeah. Uh, the Geordie and Liverpool accents, Scos. I already forgot how to say it. Are both fast. Boom hour speak. So we talking slang for sure. Yeah, like you guys have to. It's like have you guys ever learned like shorthand or like think of like those court recorders, those people that are typing in court and they're like doing the minutes for the court case. They everything they write is in shorthand. Their little typewriter is in shorthand. That is how I imagine French Canadians actually talk to each other, and that's why they're so fast and they can get like a fucking novel out in 30 seconds. The Scottish Glasgow accent is different. It's harder compared to Edinburgh accent. Think Erie, Edinburgh, blah, blah. He's got the most lovely accent. I don't know who that is. I don't have to look that up. We skip words and syllables all the time. Yeah. Like when you said speaking to instead of spoken to. Um, I mean, that's just me though. It is spoken. We say spoken, don't we? Yeah, no, we say spoken. I think I just said it. I say words wrong. Like cran. That isn't how you say cran, but I say cran. Scouse. I already forgot how to say it. Scouse is slow and lazy twang. I would understand if it was slower. I'd understand it. Scouse Irish is ridiculously fast. Is it? I could probably understand it because my best friend. Okay, I could probably understand it because Jilly, her Irish accent is on point. It's actually perfect. It's pretty it's pretty accurate. And I've known her for years, and I role played with her for years as that character. And me and her can carry on a conversation that nobody can understand us. So I think I could understand really fast talking Irish. The Beatles had great slow Liverpool accents. I just thought it was funny. Cran, yeah. I don't know what the Beatles' voice sounds like when they're speaking. I'd have to look at clips. I don't know. I'd have to look at clips. But I never really liked their music, so I don't really do anything Beatles. But that's just me. I just didn't like the music. But it's also like I hate Oasis. I'm sorry, I hate Oasis. The music literally drives me crazy. I fucking hate it. And I know some people are like, oh, they're like national treasures. They're actually assholes, but yeah. Yeah, I would like I've tried to actually find clips too of like the Newfoundland accent to send my friends, my American friends. And even the clips online are still not capturing the true Newfie accent. And I'm just like, I can't find like a good one. Like a good like you got to get like one of the country, the guys who are like working the fishing docks or like working out in the country or whatever, like the ones that aren't like on social media, to get that like thick Newfie accent. I'm like, I'm trying to find a clip of it to show people because it's unreal. So yeah. I love Blur. There's like one or two songs I do like of Blur. I wouldn't be able to sit and listen to a whole album. Which tells I really feel. I fucking hate, they play Oasis like, oh, they play Oasis as much as they play Red Hot Chili Peppers is another one I fucking hate. Red Hot Chili Peppers, all their songs are the same. It's the same beat. It's the same bars. It's like, and same with Dave Grohl. Like, and the radio here, I don't know what the fuck it is, but they play Red Hot Chili Peppers and Oasis way more and way more often than they do other bands. And I'm like, why are you playing them so much? It's like I hate it. Red Hot Chili Peppers and Oasis. I cannot stand them. They drive me freaking up the wall. There's just some people I can't stand, and I think part of it too. Well, Red Hot Chili Peppers, it's because all their songs are the same. It's so stupid. All their songs are the same. But with Oasis, and also it was with shit. This is a long time ago. I can't remember the name. There's some bands where their singers do like a whiny voice. They're like whiny, and their male singers are whiny, and I'm like, I fucking hate the voice. Who am I trying to think of? It's like they do like that. They do that song where they're like something Superman or some fucking stupid shit. I can't stand them. Hold on, let me find it. Superman song, and not. No, it's no, not Crash Test Dummies. It's someone else. They did they had like a whole music festival that they ran, and they were like the headliners. I can't remember the name of their fucking thing. There's a few bands that are just like, I can't listen to whiny shit. And they drive me crazy. So point is though, for whatever reason, um Oasis and Red Hot Chili Peppers, the radio stations here play it over and over and over and over again. No, it's not Three Doors Down. Not that I really like any of their stuff, but there's some people that just their voices drive. Oasis is their voice. Red Hot Chili Peppers is the fact that every song is the same. The other one I'm thinking of, it's like on the tip of my tongue. Um, Point is, I went to this festival that they ran because all the other headliners or all the other openers and headline whatever. I was like, I love all the bands. So I'm like, okay, I paid for a ticket, went to the festival, and it was like Corn and like a bunch of really good like '90s bands. I think Smashing Pumpkins was there. There was like a bunch of stuff, right? And then because it's their festival, they were like the last, to play. They were like the headliners, right? And the thing is, all my friends really liked them, and I hated them, and I had to sit through like their whole set before we could leave, and I literally was going insane because like I hated it so much. it's like it's like the only band I didn't want to hear at this stupid festival, and I had to fucking sit through it. Um, it was a festival that they ran. Yeah, yeah. Eventually, it'll come back to me. It'll come back to me eventually. I thought they had a song that had like Superman or something in the lyrics. It might have just been in the lyrics. Yeah, because it wasn't Crash Test Dummies. It was someone else. I'm trying to think of some of their other songs, but they like sing like it sounds like a freaking siren, like a police siren, you know? No, Limp Bizkit, they don't. I like Limp Bizkit stuff. He doesn't do whiny voices. It's like Oasis whiny. Oasis, they whine too. No, REM's actually good. I like REM. Um, I can't remember. Trying to think of some other songs they did. It's escaping me. Music festivals from. mm, Trying to think. What was the name of their stupid festival even? I think they named the music festival after their band too. So like I'm like just I don't fucking remember. Oh man. It's escaping me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm looking up to see what music festivals were in my area at the time. I don't remember what year it was. I don't even remember what year it was. Oh my gosh. Oh god, Nine Inch Nails, they are good. Depeche Mode, I love Depeche Mode. These are all good. The Killers was good. Beastie Boys are good. I don't know. Metallica, they were good, although I did boycott them after their stupid Napster crap. It's escaping me. It's escaping me. Um, Hey, Taryn. Hey, Paranormal Review. Yeah, I'm live because I started late because I was up really late dealing with the. They did a whiny Superman song. Yeah, it's just it's one of the things in the lyrics. I think it's like something super. Are you my Superman? Or oh, fucking remember. Um, I remember like their music videos would have like a lot of green in it, but it wasn't Green Day. I don't like Green Day. I don't like Blink 182. I don't like music like that though. Placebo, they're good. Yeah, I actually went and seen Placebo with Stabbing Westward. Stabbing Westward, awesome band. I went and seen that in Toronto when I was younger too. Really good. Yeah. Yeah, Beastie Boys are fun. Like they're when you do a live concert, I don't really like care for a lot of their music. It's just really not again, that's that punky sound that I don't really like, but they're fun. So like if they're doing a live show, just go because it's fun. So, it is a lot of fun. Beastie Boys are a lot of fun. Duran Duran I actually liked a good chunk of their music. They're good. Any opinions on Bright Eyes? I don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. I'm not sure. Will you call me? Will you still call me Superman? I think that's the song. Taryn, who sings that? Who sings that? You still call me Superman. No, that's Three Doors Down. No, that's not it. Fuck. I do remember. I know the song, but yeah, that's not the band. They just have the word Superman in one of the lyrics, but I don't think it really. It must. I'm trying to remember some of the other songs. It's just like I've locked them out of my brain because I went through that torture where I had to sit and listen to them for like fucking 2 hours. Oh yeah, I remember now. It was an hour set, and then everyone did the lighters thing, and then they went on for another 30 minutes, and it was like I just wanted to like I wanted to just and so like I've blocked them out of my brain because it was like traumatic, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to remember who it is. I can't remember right now. Um Bush, I like Bush. Bush is good. I like Bush. But I like their like the beat, you know? It's like they're a little bit like rock kind of. Like I like the sort of rock beat, you know? Do you ever listen to Nightwish? I don't know who that is. No. No. Um Heard a song called Waiting for Superman. There's a lot of Superman references. Like Eminem has a Superman song, which is funny. I like Eminem's Superman song. I like Eminem though. NKOTB. That sounds familiar. Where do I know that from? NKOTB? Oh, New Kids on the Block. That's right. That's what people called them. I fucking hate boy bands. I never liked New Kids. I didn't like Backstreet Boys or NSYNC either. But I did like Justin when he went on his solo thing. But now that I heard Britney's like follow up song to what he did to her, now I'm like, oh well, I don't like Justin now. So yeah, I don't like Veruca Salt's good. I don't like boy bands. I don't really like pop music. If there's something poppy, it's got to be like a very unique vocal style or something, or I don't know. It's like I'm really picky with poppy music. I don't know. I'm more of like a rock music kind of person. I do really like rap. I like rap. But the poppy rap that's nowadays is kind of I don't know. Honestly, if you just put rock on for the most part, like for the most part, I pretty much like all sorts of rock, like almost every band and stuff. I just don't really care for punk music. That's the only thing I don't really like. I did like Avril Lavigne though, but again, she had a interesting voice. If it's a girl, if it's a like female vocalist and they have a very unique sounding voice that isn't like Mariah Carey, I fucking hate those voices. I like unique voices. So if their voice is unique, then it doesn't really matter what genre they're in. I'll just get into them for having a unique female voice because honestly, 80% of the stuff I listen to, 85% is men. Yeah. Tool fan. Oh my God. I love Tool. Tool's so good. Hmm. Yeah. Tool. I just love the music and shit. I don't even like understand their lyrics and I don't even know half of them. I just kind of, I know I get them wrong, but I did listen to them like all through high school. I just like was really into the music part, like the way it sounded. Portishead is really good. I do really like Portishead. I love that trip hop kind of music too. I do find it very fun or like chill or whatever. I don't know. Tools like intelligent music, the drummer's best. Yeah, I just like Tools like a whole, I don't even know. Like they just what they've got going on with the different beats and then the styles and then I don't know, man. Like I just find it like it's really good. Yeah. Uh you are enter Shakira, an electric cowboy kind of Shakira. I don't like Shakira. No. Happy hardcore and old school rave. I do like the old school like 90s drum and bass rave stuff. Do you like System of a Down? I don't I don't know. I think I like a couple of their songs. I'm not sure if I like all of them. Um we just say Incubus. That's the one I was trying to remember the other day was Incubus. I love Incubus. And oh god, the other one I was trying to remember, it came to me for a second. I've lost it. Shit, I lost it. Lost it. I like Incubus. Um Sneaker Pimps is good too. Pitbull. I like some Pitbull. Tool shows are phenomenal. Yeah. I like a lot of rap to be honest. I do like the 90s, like the more hardcore kind of rap. From back then Bjork, ugh, I hate Bjork. I don't like that whatever she does. It's like hurts my fucking brain. Electric Callboy is so fun. Not Shakira. Yeah, I don't like Shakira. No. Ken. I want to see them, but their tickets are so damn expensive. Oh, Tool? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Enter Shakira, our British electronic metal band. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I've heard them. No, I have to check them out. Yeah, I didn't really like, once in a while, like that one song Shakira had out at one point was like, it'd be fun once in a while, like pop in, like if it just randomly showed up or something. But it's like one of those things I'm like, I can't take that kind of music for too long. I've seen Incubus so many times, but I also listen to lots of metal. Yeah, Incubus is sort of like a mix, honestly. It could go within rock and metal, but they have their like I don't know, a little bit more alternative songs too. Yeah, yeah, like Wu Tang, Nas, Biggie. Shit, who are the raps I really liked? Fuck, let me think. Um, I gotta look it up. 1990s rappers. Um, I did like some of the Snoop Dogg stuff. It was pretty chill. Um, I'm not saying all these guys as people are good guys, by the way. I'm just saying some of their music. Uh, Method Man had some good stuff. Big Pun had some good stuff. Busta Rhymes. I listen to a lot of Eminem, but that's different kind of rap, I'd say. That was a little bit different in my books. Old Dirty Bastard. That was one. And 50 Cent. I like 50 Cent a lot. Sir Mix a lot. Sometimes some of his stuff. Um, Dr. Dre, I did listen to some of his stuff, yeah. And some of the Kanye. There's someone else I'm trying to think of. Who the fuck am I trying to think of? Ice Cube, some of his stuff is good. Um, there's some people I'm trying to think of. I don't remember. Like when I think back on stuff, I just can see like the sort of cover of some of the CDs. You know, the the picture of the cover of the CD because that's sort of what I would reach for, right? So, let's see, Nightwish. I'll have to. I feel like I've heard of Nightwish, but I don't remember what they sound like. I hate the new Linkin Park stuff. It's not the same. I like both. I like old Linkin Park and new Linkin Park. I like it. I like both. Yeah. Calamity. I don't know if I know of Calamity. I like the guy from Disturbed. Disturbed is really good. The Sound of Silence is a really good song. I love Disturbed. That's a really good like movie soundtrack is Queen of the Damned, and that's got a bunch of stuff from what's his name from Korn. He like did a bunch of he composed it and stuff, and there's a Disturbed song, there's some Korn stuff, there's some other people on it too. Really good. That's like one of my favorite albums. So um yeah, NWA, they were good. Karis One, yeah. Tribe Called Quest, yeah, yeah. Fugees, some songs, some of the songs. I didn't like all of them. My heart lies in the hard rock, hard psych pro metal of the late 60s, early 70s. Yeah, I'm like, I will get more excited for like if there's 90s new metal and you metal. That's sort of my like sweet spot of like what I like the most is the new metal. But I do like some gothic stuff, some like heavy rock. I like rock in general. Everyone in this city listens to classic rock from like the 70s. So although I liked it growing up, it's it is driving me crazy because they all listen to it on fucking repeat. And it's been like that my whole life. So now I'm like, I'm done with the 70s. I need to be done with the 70s. I fucking hate it. I used to like it, but they all made me hate it. so and I am all over the place. Like if you look at my Spotify, I have a bunch of artists you've never heard of, and some of them might sound poppy, some of them might sound R&B, some of them might sound like different things. I definitely explore some different kind of artists on Spotify for sure. I'm kind of obsessed with proto metal. I have to check that out. Jonathan Davis, yeah, 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 he's so good. I just love Corn. Corn is like my Corn is like the Bon Jovi, I think, of the 90s rock people. Like you can put on Corn and it just gets you like excited to go out and do stuff, you know? Um I listened to the Proto Men. I've never heard of them, no. Don't hate me. There's a lot of good Christian metal bands, new stuff, not 80s. There were a lot of good, like Christian, like even when I was growing up, there were some really good bands that played at the churches and stuff. And honestly, there's some artists that are like R&B sounding, and they're on my Spotify. There's a couple of them, and they write these songs and they sound like sex songs. Like they're like really they're describing shit and it's like very sexual, but they're singing about the Lord and this like experience is the Lord. I'm just like, dude, you're talking about sex, but I like the song. But I don't see the Lord in there. I'm like, no man, that's sex. It's not the Lord. I don't see everyone's obsession with the band Ghosts. I don't know who that is. Um and that other band still has not come back to me, but I'm seeing Green. Did like a music video where like the coloring, the lighting and stuff was all green and they were like trapped in a room or something and they were like trying to escape. I smell a skunk. It smells like skunk in here right now. If Motorhead moved next door to you, your lawn would die. Why? I like Wolves at the Gate, Project 86, that kind of stuff. Okay. Maybe they're inspired by Typo Negative's Christian Woman and didn't realize the subtext. I love Typo Negative, yeah. Um, it's so funny. The song is called Heavenly Bodies too. And like I'm like, I don't know, man. It says that he's like a Christian artist, but I'm like, there's no way. Like the picture on the song is like a woman's body. And I'm like, this has to be a joke. I'm pretty sure he's pulling one on the church people. I think he is. Yeah, no, it's not Savage Garden. No, no, no. I can't. It's still lost on me. There's a P, I think, in the name. Can't remember. No, it's not Blind Melon. I don't know why. I'm like, I feel like I've blocked them out of my memory. But they're there, but I can't pull the memory out. Is like if I still talk to people from high school that I went to that thing at, I'd be like, "Hey, who is that band playing that I was like freaking out because I wanted to go home?" This is falling. Um, yeah, I tried to look it up too because they had their own festival, and I'm like, I looked up all the festivals in my like city, and that's where they had the festival, and they're like not listed. I'm like, no, they had their own festival. It was for like a very short time they were running their own festival. No, it's not Pearl Jam. No, no, I can't think of it. But I'm just like, it doesn't list any of the other festivals than the like big popular ones. But I'm like, no, there were other festivals here besides that. Like, I know that there's more festivals than what they list here. Yeah, they don't have them all listed. They shut down this place too. Like it was sad because there would be constant like music festival big things that were here because there's a big piece of land that they would come to, and then they like shut it all down, and it was just so sad. I was like, man, the fuck, you know? Oh God, I tried to click to see all bands. Just show me all bands. Let me see. I found a history website that lists everything. Maybe. But every time I click on see all bands, it like reloads the stupid page. It's not showing them all. No, it's not showing them all, is it? Nope. Hmm. Wait, was it this one? Our Lady Peace? I think this is a Canadian band. This might be why I was having trouble finding them. I think it might have been Our Lady Peace. I'm looking up pictures of them from the 90s. I think it's Our Lady Peace. He sings like the Oasis guy. He like whines when he sings. I fucking hated it so much. I think it's Our Lady Peace. They're well known here. I don't know if they were. I thought they were American because they were very well known. Everyone was super into them back in the day, and I was just like, ugh, I hated it. I hated it so much. I'm pretty sure it was Our Lady Peace. It looks like the guy. I don't want to listen to it because then it'll be like, YouTube will be like, copyright, you know? Superman's Dead. Yeah, it's Our Lady Peace. The song is called Superman's Dead. Fucking hate that song so much. And I just remember it was like, just like it was whining. It was so whiny. It drove me insane. Yeah, I guess they're a Canadian band. They were so popular here. I did not realize that they were Canadian. I thought they were American. Yeah, Our Lady Peace did Superman's Dead. Yeah, I fucking hate it. Yeah, okay. So like that's what it is. I'm like, because I'm like, I see pictures of him now. I'm like, this doesn't look like the guy, but I just Googled like Our Lady Peace 1990s to check the pictures. So, all right, have a good one, James. And Ken, I think Ken's leaving. All right. What time is it? Fuck. Ugh, it's 8:50. All right. Well, we should probably wrap this up because I know I need to find something to eat. All I've done is drink the green drink for today. Um, and I need to eat something and then I need to record stuff. So if there's any psychics that you guys want me to like react to or whatever to do for this video for this weekend, I'm going to do that now because I'm going to do that for this weekend, and then next weekend I should have that whole other thing, that meta study mediumship crap. I need another week to sort my thoughts because right now it's very ADHD chaos. My notes. So, do you think a lot of punk rock is pretty whiny? Yeah, I don't like punk rock. It is very whiny. I think Our Lady Peace fell under the punk rock kind of scene because we had skaters. We called them skaters when I was growing up in that time period region. I don't know if it's just a thing here, but the skaters would be into the punk rock. I don't really like pop rock either. Like, I'm pretty picky with pop. Anything with pop and punk, I'm like, eh. There's a few I'm at like here and there, but a lot of them I don't like. But yeah. But anyway, yes, I'm gonna end this one here, and then I'll post that. If you guys have any psychics, send them to me, and then I can analyze them. I'll add them to like the list. I'm gonna work on it tonight, so if you have anything, just send it to me tonight. And then next weekend will hopefully be, fingers crossed, we get the meta study thing done because that's gonna be a pretty weird video. I don't know yet how I'm going to present that to you. It's there's some weirdness going on there. So Rush is like the big, well, Tragically Hip, honestly, in Canada it's Tragically Hip. To us they're like the whatever gold but also he also passed away and he did like this whole, he was very good. He did a bunch of charity stuff too, and he was really good. He was really good. But yeah, I'm gonna end here because we've been going for a bit and I want to take a break and then I'm gonna work on all this crap. But yeah, so I guess for the next 2 weekends we'll kind of be touching on psychic stuff, and I'm gonna get the demon videos out hopefully. And then we'll catch up with that because I'm behind on the demon stuff. I have a bunch of stuff recorded for things and I just haven't had time to edit. So yeah. Yeah, Corey Hart. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to end here. I guess keep an eye out. I think that, were they talking about streaming at 30 East Drive like overnight? I don't know if that's a thing, if they're doing that tonight or not, but I guess keep an eye out and see if they're going to do that. I am Canadian, Chris, so we did learn French. It's a requirement. So I know more French than I do any other language. So yeah, I went to French immersion. So for like the first couple of years of my schooling, it was rough. It was very rough. I struggled. yeah, anyway, I'm gonna stop streaming. But I'll see you guys later. You guys have a good rest of your night. And yeah, I'll talk to you later. Send me any psychics you have tonight so I can react to them. And